What's going on, my fellow residents? It's me, TheFrozenCavern, and today we're going to continue through our journey through Ratchet and Clank. In the last episode, we went over to some wooded planet that was getting its tree chopped down, but in this episode, we're going to be starting off in Aridia, not Aridian, like I said last episode. That would be like the people or whatever lives here, but no, it's Aridia. And also, I am sorry for how long it took for another episode to come out. I've just been super busy with a bunch of other stuff. Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance ended up finishing. Over the Hedge also began, in case you haven't seen those yet, so make sure you guys check those out. But regardless, we're back here, finally, doing this, and I need to stop doing that for games. I do it way too often where I go like a couple of days without uploading a episode for a game, which is something that's really dumb and I need to stop doing it, but it just happens sometimes. Life happens a lot. Anyways, new enemy, and I'm going to try and switch over to this, the bomb glove. That way I can actually hit them from like a distance. Unfortunately, it doesn't count as a one-shot kill though, so I will still need to be careful, meaning that my jumping slash also won't kill instantly. That's fun, but we'll manage. I also have to remember that I have to double tap the circle button whenever I'm using my wrench, once to actually bring the weapon out, and then another time to actually throw it, because it's not always going to just automatically activate it. Yeah, I gotta remember that. Oh no, I somehow did not hit that explosive box. Collecting all the bolts that I can, and now we're gonna get up here.
Nope.
And by the way, if it wasn't obvious, this planet is obviously very, very different compared to every other planet we've been to so far, which is something that this game does very, very well in creating unique and recognizable planets. Unfortunately, I don't exactly remember the names all too well, mainly because I'm not too big of a fan of Ratchet and Clank. I'm going to try and become more of a fan, by the way. That's why I'm playing the game on the channel in the first place, to have this game and then end up having the other games on the channel whenever that happens. But regardless, just gonna the frames kind of dropped there for a second, but we're good. Also, another reason why I haven't been playing this game in a while is that I wanted to give my Elgato a little bit of time to rest, because when it came to last episode, oh my goodness, so many times the video ended up getting like really glitchy, and it was really frustrating to have to go back and look at it while I was editing. But hopefully, after the amount of time I've given it, it should be fine. Hopefully. Also, I can really only hope that I'm going the right way. There wasn't any form of like sense of direction that we were supposed to go, except like the one way that was basically accessible to us. So all I can really hope right now is that I'm going the right direction. And if I'm not, whoops. I was hoping that the boxes would explode in like a chain reaction or something, but it didn't work out that way. That's unfortunate. The explosion radius of the boxes aren't as big as I thought they would be. But I am still going to explode these because they have bolts, and bolts are nice. That didn't hit. I also need to remember that I have this little power up here. Okay, I need to actually go upwards because I did end up going downwards, so just need to keep going up here. By the way, I just have to say, the blaster is probably my favorite weapon to use in this game, mainly because like it's so convenient and also accessible to use for a lot of situations. And it basically just helps you blaze through the game pretty easily, to be honest. There are some times where the game will get difficult, but again, this weapon is so good for any situation. You got boxes here that you can't really touch. I'm trying to aim it. Maybe I should go into first person. That might make things a little bit easier, but if you need to aim and hit something, you can do that. It's super simple, and you have not really less of a chance of missing as you do with like bomb glove or other weapons, but it's still pretty fun to use.
No signal whatsoever. This downtime is killing me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Don't be so literal, son. The problem is I'm stranded on this backwater planet and my star client is nowhere to be found.
Hey, we saw you on that info bot. You're Skid's agent.
Was Skid's agent. Haven't seen him since our ship crashed. And an agent without a client is like a flea without a dog. Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
We have no time for trivial matters, sir.
I mean, since we can't really do anything else, this might as well be what we're doing now. So let's just go and do it. Alright, so we need to go win the prize. Oh no, the hoverboard race. That race is a little bit of a pain, but we'll deal with it, maybe, please, I hope. Alright, onto the teleporter we go. Or it's not really a teleporter, it's more of a transporter, but it's basically has the same effect. And I can see a... but we're not able to reach it right now, I don't think. From what I'm looking at, we are not able to reach it, but one day, maybe, if I remember.
2,000 years later.
Okay, it seems we have this other path here. We have to remember that we need to explore. Oh, well, there you are. They literally just landed on other sides of the planet.
That man from the infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic space battle I was in? We saw ya, screaming for help. That was like a war cry.
I mean, anyone would in that situation, so don't say that.
Yeah, he's okay, but I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle. Oh, come on. If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
We'd love to help you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
One of your boards? I've always wanted a decent hoverboard. Well, alright. You just keep that foot elevated.
Okay. Well, it's a little bit understandable that he wouldn't want to deal with them because, you know, they're kind of sand sharks. That's a very dangerous thing to be going around, especially with how many there are. Oh my goodness. And also they respawn, so that's fun too. But, okay, after seeing the circumstances, it's very, very understandable why he would want someone else to deal with it. Okay, nope. Using the parasitter. Using it now. Let's just use that to help just burn our way through everything. And it's also a one-shot kill to the respawn things. Don't know what they're actually called, but whatever. By the way, something I can kind of reward and you break ammo crates, more than likely the ammo that you need, or basically anything that you can fill up with for ammo, automatically appears. Because in games like Legend of Zelda, it's not like it's rare for that to actually happen, but sometimes the game will just not give you what you want, and it's completely random. Like, you could be completely filled on rupees, and the game will constantly give you rupees for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, it's a giant meme whenever it does that, but at the same time, I sometimes wish it didn't do that. So, is this what we need to do? Yes, it is. Okay, and I also saw something else back here, so maybe we can do something with this, because I did see a gold bolt right over here for anyone who was, like, shouting at me, but I don't think we're able to get in here yet. That steel gate is apparently stronger than the bomb that we can chuck at it.
A few moments later.
Alright, let's see what was in this little secret air. Ow. I'm upset now. I thought we could break the steel.
12 seconds later.
Oh my goodness, why are all you here? I think I saw them all fall off screen, but I didn't think they would still be down here, but whatever. Alright, so destroy them in time before they spawn too many more. Actually, I think the only ones there are actually inside of that little green pool there, so we're fine. There we go. That's all the respawners, and the last sand sharks are in here. So, I'm missing one. Oh goodness, where is it?
1 hour later.
And also another thing, the ammo that drops stays basically forever from what I'm actually seeing, which is another good thing, because if you actually use up ammo, then you're able to come back later and get, you know, that same ammo that you're actually going to end up. Zelda doesn't do.
2 hours later.
Oh, there you are. Okay. My goodness, looking for one of them is dumb because they'll basically blend in super well, especially if there's one of them. If it's a group, then it's fine, but with it being one, it's dumb. Alright then, now let's actually return this over to the other guy that we were talking to before. Actually, to that guy, which I don't think we still have access to yet, so that's a little bit of an issue. Just gonna buy the Glove of Doom, and I'm not gonna buy ammo for it. Now, hopefully I don't need to buy a gadget later on. I really, really hope not. Let's go over into here and see if there's actually any new worlds we can go to.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
I completely forgot about this passageway and I saw it beforehand, which makes me so upset with the fact that I like completely saw it and completely forgot about it. Thankfully, I checked the missions and saw like, oh, you're supposed to use your swing shot, which is incredibly vague, I'm not gonna lie, but at least I knew exactly where it was. But if you didn't know, then you would be searching a good while for just a random swing shot somewhere, but my goodness, my aim is very weird. Hold on. Like, am I able to change this and it can be good? So basically what I have for, like, controls... Oh my goodness, can... Oh yeah, I know that I can do that. This doesn't help, though, because the way I like to have my, the way I have my camera controls is up is down, and then down is up, and then, right is left, and left is right. Like, that just feels fine for me, but in first person, I like to have it in, like, up is up, down is down, left is left, and right is right. So, for games that have it to where it's both first and third person, it really sucks, especially if I have to, like, aim in third person. Like, for Splatoon, for example. Splatoon is so bad because then it's like, oh, wait, no, I can't. This is really bad. It's annoying and it's a huge inconvenience for me, but I will try my best to work my way around it. And apparently I don't actually have to aim at it either, which is something I literally only just figured out, so I guess I'll make good use. I just have to walk over close enough to it and then it'll just automatically go off. That's not the way I want it, but whatever, I have to go back this way anyways. Alright, I'm really glad that the recognition for this is actually on point because, oh goodness, this would be horrendous times in Sly Cooper where, for whatever reason, even though there's like a point where I can go that's higher, it will sometimes go to the one that's lower, which makes absolutely no sense. But here's the Trespasser, which we need in another world. Okay, we'll get to that later, but first we need to get through here. Here, and then we have these lasers, and then we need to be able to try and, oh no. There we go. Trying to work with this is a little weird, but we need to point all these lasers at some gates, and that way the door will actually open, and then we'll be able to go through. So we need to, again, return to the other world, and then proceed to use the Trespasser there. And by the way, while this game does have a somewhat open world experience, the thing that mainly locks it down is that you need certain items in order to get through certain areas, which are actually mandatory. So, the issue with that is that you would basically have to go to this world in order to do stuff in this, like another world, and then you have to do stuff in this world that you're actually going to in order to, you know, it's a repeated process, which is a little bit annoying sometimes, but if you know exactly what to do, then it's fine. But on a first playthrough, it could be a little bit frustrating trying to figure out exactly what to do. And I almost just fell to my death there. That would have been very bad. There we go. Oh no, this one has two. But it's not that bad. Later on, these lasers get super brain-racking. It's really bad. But hopefully I'll get through them. Emphasis on hopefully. Like, like I'm telling you, they get really bad at some points. Jump! Okay, we're good. Alright, so what is actually... Wait, did I just see what I think I just saw? Hold on. I saw, like... Yeah, that... Oh my goodness, that's ill. That's disgusting. Anyways, let's go over to this. And we're just going to ignore that to the best of our ability. Yay, more... That's not the right thing. There we go. By the way, you can, like, quickly change what item you have. Keep that in mind, because that's going to be super useful later, because whenever you're inside of the, like, weapon wheel, you're unfortunately not slowed down into slow motion. So, yeah, that's a little bit annoying to have to deal with, mainly because you can get hit during that time, and you also can't move while you're in it. So, yeah, that's fun, not being able to move while all of your enemies are still at the same speed and can... It's fine. Oh goodness, okay, so these can sometimes have these blue protector things, which can block some of the lasers, so that's fun too. There we go. Of course, it's only the first few ones, so it's pretty easy, but again, as I said, much harder later on.
You sure showed him.
I suppose I did.
Is your current occupation leaving a rotten taste in your mouth? Then you need to know about BTS, Blog Tactical Research Station. Hi, I'm Supreme Executive Chairman Drek, and we here at BTS are seeking motivated individuals to fill positions in these exciting careers. Grind boot tester, warhead assembly technician, mutant animal husbandry, robot repairman, suck cannon test dummy, and administrative assistant. So call BTS. Build our weapons while you build your future.
I'm calling BTS today.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
No, we must continue our search for Captain Quark.
You're absolutely right.
I am?
Sure. We need to find Quark. Although when we find him, wouldn't it be nice to be able to tell him where Chairman Drek is?
I suppose.
Well, we go to the space station and talk to the scientists. They work for Drek, so they're bound to know where he is.
I am unsure about your logic.
You think too much. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, Ratchet is trying to weasel his way through trying to have his way. By the way, I'm pretty sure he's not like that in... I don't know which games after this, but I think in the future series he's not like this, but it's whatever. Then again, it's the future. He learns from his mistakes. Not necessarily like that's all that bad. And that's really all that we were here for. Literally just that and that alone, but we're able to go to a new area now, so there's that, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, I just really like these loading screens. They're just so cool to look at. But anyways, now we are in the Blarg station, but we're not really going to be doing much here because we're kind of running out of time. Okay, so like, the last... Oh my goodness, I was editing everything before this because apparently after editing I realized this episode would be way too short. But after editing, I then saw that, oh my goodness, the audio is actually terrible, and I don't know how it managed to get that way, but oh my goodness, I'm not using Elgato to record my commentary anymore because that was actually horrendous to edit. There were literally times where I'm just sitting there like, this is terrible. I don't want to upload this, but I kind of have to because it's been a week since I've uploaded for this game. If you made it this far and you have dealt with everything beforehand, props to you. You guys are the real MVP here, but my goodness. Anyways, since we do have extra time apparently, we're going to be going through this little area as Clank, and there's also a few other areas like this in the game where we just play around as Clank for a little bit. Clank is extremely limited compared to what Ratchet can do, but that doesn't mean that he's not able to defend himself. He is able to have a little chop as we showed off before. And there's not really as many bolts here as there were before. Then again, I mean, it's not like there's so much of an actual like size to the crates, so I guess that's the reason why. But then again, currency is everything, so I kind of want my money. And yeah, he can still glide because he has the actual upgrade where Ratchet does not. But again, going back to the whole restricted thing, Clank doesn't have like an air attack. He can't like throw anything. Again, it's extremely limited on what Ratchet. It's Clank, you idiot. It's extremely limited on what Clank can do compared to Ratchet, so keep that in mind whenever you're going through these areas. You're not going to have any of the same stuff. Also, you can't use gadgets either, so I also need to be careful here. The platforms are extremely skinny, as you can see, but I'm still rushing through as if I don't care. I guess that's just how I normally play games, but then that also normally gets me killed, so maybe I shouldn't do that. I also see that gold bolt up there. Is there any way I can reach that? I have a feeling there isn't from what I'm looking at, but who knows, maybe there is. There's always some way to reach the golden bolt. Maybe sometime in the future, but I don't really know. Alright, so now we're in... Oh no, that giant dude. Okay. I hate those guys with a passion, by the way, when you're playing as Ratchet normally. But we're not going to deal with them normally here. Instead, Clank is going to activate these guys here. There we go. And with these, we're able to control their commands with either wait, follow, which is what they're set to now, attack, which is what we're going to do now, so that they kill that guy for us. And then there's one more command, which is what we have to use them for in order to get past certain areas, which is enter. And as soon as we get over to the actual area, here we are, enter that. And then boom, now we're able to go past the other area. And that's not an infobot, that's a gadget, or whatever this is. But of course, Clank is not able to use it. We have to give it to Ratchet so that he is able to actually make use of it. And we'll actually use that later. What is this thing called? I actually don't remember what the advice is called. I'm just gonna call it the advice for lack of the actual name. But the advice tells us what the gadgets do as soon as we get them, which is fine. That's fine, but at the same time, we don't actually use them yet, right when we need them. Well, some of the time we don't, which is a little bit annoying, but it's whatever. But there you go, Ratchet.
So you are. And I found this.
Hey,
However you were carrying that, not gonna ask.
what is it?
A hydro displacer.
Great. I always wanted one of those. I guess.
That is a giant lie, but we will be making use of that hydro displacer, or it's hydro displacer. But in the next episode, I was literally just saying that. In the next episode, we're going to be using our hydro displacer, but until next video, take care. And again, I'm sorry about all of the audio issues that have been happening recently. I will do my best to make sure they are fixed. If video issues that occur though, there's not exactly much I can do about that.
I want you for a